I have a lot of pocket knives, but I have a couple that are really nostalgic to me. And one of them is the Spyderco Endura 4. I've had it for 19 years. I got it back when I was a police officer. I've refurbished it multiple times, and it just means a lot to me because I've always carried it. I've always loved using it. I love Spyderco knives. If you don't own any Spyderco knives, you should definitely get one. They are kind of a game changer. And I've also loved them because of their relationship with military and law enforcement. They have a wonderful discount program for military and law enforcement. And if you haven't taken advantage of that, you're really missing out. So I decided that I would refurbish the whole knife. The clip was looking really bad. All the paint was coming off of it. So I lasered it off. Then I polished it to a high polish. After that came out so well, I decided I'm going to do the whole knife. So I polished the entire knife, but I needed to do some work on the serrations and the blade itself. Don't be afraid to sometimes combine sharpening systems. And as you guys know, I love keeping as much gear that you have uses for all the time, holding on to it. One of my early sharpeners that I had, and many of you know I'm a huge fan of Spyderco knives, was the Spyderco triangle sharpener. It's one of the first sharpeners that I ever got, but I've always found it really useful. It is a great sharpener. But I found a really cool trick that I've been doing, and I don't think I've ever shared this before, but I decided the other day to refurbish my Spyderco Endura. This knife is 19 years old. I carried it for the majority of my police career. This thing has been beaten on, beat up, chipped, and I have redone it a couple times. This thing has been beaten on, used for everything on the job, and I just couldn't destroy it. I even mentioned before to people I wanted to get more Spyderco knives, but I was always like, well, I'll wait till my Endura breaks, and it never broke, other than I did lose a piece of the tip. It had a longer flat edge on the tip at one point that did eventually break off. What I decided to do the other day, because some of the serrations really needed some work, I decided to combine two systems together. I took the TSPROF KO3 and I used my Spyderco sharpening abrasives because they have these wonderful little triangle sharpeners that work great for getting into serrations. And what I did was I simply started with, this is the CBN one, and that's what's great about TSPROF is these sharpeners are so well designed. You can use just about any abrasives with them. And I just took my CBN and I went in here and I worked on each one of these serrations until I cut them new, got out all the chips, and then I did my normal progression with the other two that I have, which is, this is the medium grit and then this is the fine grit. It's like a ceramic, but I did it on the TSPROF with its incredible precision and control, and it just came out beautiful. And that was just how I went about refurbishing this 19-year-old Endura 4 that I've been using every day for pretty much close to the last 20 years. And I'm just really thrilled with how it came out. This knife means a lot to me. The point here basically is, don't be afraid to combine sharpening systems. Sometimes you'll get an idea and it works out really well. That's my point here. You know, you could take an abrasive from something else and sometimes still use it on a system that you have. Hope that helps some of you out. One more quick reminder, TSPROF gave me a pair of quick clamps to give away. That is happening today. I will link that video to this one. Make sure you go in and make a comment and get a chance to win the TSPROF quick clamps if you could use those, or if they help you out, or if you're planning to buy a TSPROF, you might want to get in on that giveaway. If you don't win, Keep in mind also that starting on Sunday for 1 week, they are running a big sale on these clamps at 29% off. I will leave links to everything I mentioned in this video, including that Spyderco program I told you about for law enforcement and military. Good luck to those of you who enter the contest, and stay tuned for the announcement of the winner of the contest later today.